Hello Digi fans and welcome back to DigiDom, the series of videos where I take you from zero to digital hero using Adobe Spark. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to put together your own dual-coded images. Now, that sounds a bit fancy, but really, in real life, what that means is using text and images together so you can remember things better. Now, this tutorial is going to be using a Shakespeare quote, the Bard nonetheless, in order to show you how to put images and text together so you can remember them more. But you can also do this with like the lyric from your favorite song, for example, or if you're trying to learn a new language, use text and images in order to get those crazy foreign sounding words stuck in your memory. So, as always, if you're using a phone or a tablet, you can download Adobe Spark Post. If you're using a laptop or a desktop, go to spark.adobe.com. Okay, so on with the tutorial, and here's how to use Adobe Spark Post to make dual-coded images. So, dual coding, quick reminder, this is combining text with images so that you remember things better. That's it, it's really simple. Now, as I said in the introduction, I'm going to use a Shakespeare quote for this because I'm extremely cultured, but just to let you know that you can use all sorts of things. Here's a lyric from a song, for example, your favorite song, You Need to Be Yourself, You Can't Be No One Else. That's by Oasis. You might not remember them, your mum or dad might. And then you could also find an inspirational quote, maybe from your favorite kind of personality. And this one's a nice one. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. Again, you can find all sorts of inspirational quotes or all sorts of lyrics online where you can use those in your own dual-coded images. It doesn't have to be around a book. It can be around anything you like. But let's get started by creating a project here. Now, I'm going to go down to view all. If you're on an iPad, it looks slightly different, but press the plus, have a little look around and see what you find. I'm going to go to graphics. And I'll just show you how to do it using a Twitter quote, just because I think it's quite a nice size. Okay, go to layout on the right-hand side here. Now I'm going to do two images. So you'll see now I've got one image here, and then I've got a blank space here. So you can use the kind of slider in the middle there to change up the size. If you need to, you can also scale images. Zoom in and zoom out. You can also rotate them if that's something you want to do. Oh, the goldfish. Oh, no, it's not going to fall out. So I'm going to go to the text section here. Now, the quote I'm going to do is double, double, toil and trouble. Copy. I've copied that now. I'm going to go back to mine. Double click. Select all the text. Get rid of it. Paste my new text in there. Put a little space in between. Okay, done. Now, you can use the little circles on the ends here to kind of resize and do what you want with it. That looks fine to me. You'll see that there's a yellow dotted line that pops down the middle to tell you that you've centered it. There it is. Maybe I'll also roughly center this one as well. Right. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire, burn and cauldron, bubble. Can I get them all on one line? There you go. That's a bit better. Get them all on one line. Center it. Nice. Now, obviously, we've got Albert Einstein in here. Albert Einstein did not say that quote. I hope you already knew that. It was said by the three witches in Act 4, Scene 1 of Macbeth. So if I go back here, select all, pop that in there. Click done, and here we go. Maybe I'll keep that smaller than the quote itself. I'll center that as well. Now, here's where we get creative. So on the left-hand side, instead of the upside down fishbowl, I'm going to replace that. And I've got this one, double, double, toil and trouble. Now, it was said by the witches. So if I put witches in there, got all sorts of different images that I can search for, and I've already looked and I've seen this one before. Here are two witches. Okay, now because the quote says double double, I know that it's 3 witches, but there's 2 witches in here, and that's going to help me remember double, double, toil and trouble. So I'm going to keep that one in there. So I'm going to scale it a little bit, bring them down. I just want the eyes to pop over the top of the quote. And then on the other side, we've got fire burn and cauldron bubble. So I'm going to add in a photo here. Now, of course, you can, if you've got photos on your machine that you might have downloaded online, for example, you can find those. You can also, go to any of your services like Google Drive or Creative Cloud, wherever you like to go. I'm going to go to free photos again. And instead of witches this time, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Let's see what we've got for cauldron. Okay, nice. Now this is the one I'm going to choose. Now it says add to collage or move freely. Let me show you the difference there. If you put move freely, it kind of gives you this thing and you can pop it anywhere on the page. I don't actually want that. I don't want that at all. What I want is I want it to clip into the into that space, into that box. So I'll go back, click it. And the reason why this one is perfect is because it's got fire burn, so the fire underneath, and it's also got the cauldron. Okay, so these are the kind of things that are going to help you remember your quotes or your lyrics or your motivational quotes. Okay, we've got that there. Now I'll show you a few tips and tricks. Things like you've got 2 dark images here. So on the left, I might click there and look at filters. Okay, and I might think, well, I want to kind of contrast these 2 images to each other. So maybe I'll choose something like, multiply or matte, or even just give it a colorize. Oh, that's kind of nice, isn't it? Looks kind of spooky. I like it. And you can also click the shuffle there and it will go through different styles until you find one that you really, really like. You can also play with things like the border. So I can, move that up and down. You can change the border just by clicking it and change the color there. Could change it to pink. I don't particularly like that. I'm going to go back to white. You can also bring it down slightly. I might bring the border down to 1 just to separate it out nicely. Now, what I'm concerned about down here is that kind of the border is losing some of the impact of the text. So let me show you what I do with style here. I can go in here and I can start messing around with the style. And you can just keep on going around with this until you find something that you really like. Now, text effects. I kind of like that color, but I want to give it some text effect I might give it a little outline. Go to style again. And now, I like that one. I think that one's cool. Right, so I'm going to make it slightly bigger and center it again. Okay, so if you click into design here, you have all these kind of variations down here. So for example, I might choose something like this one. And then it obviously changes what things look like. You might have to play with the scale and you might have to scale that one down so you can actually see these 2 witches here. But you can also play with the cell sizes as well. You might have to mess around with the text, center that. You might have to do the same here to center it in the right place. If that's what you like, that's cool. Otherwise, just undo, 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 until you get back to the one that you actually wanted, which was this, and I like it. When you're done, you can download it and you can start your download and it'll download there for you. If you need to name your post, I forgot to do mine, I might call it Macbeth, for example. You can do that up there. And also if you need to share it, then you can publish it. You can create a link or do whatever you like. Send it as an email. Send it via Google Classrooms, put it on social. So you just copy and then you can send that to your friends. So you've got those options of downloading or sending the link out. Cool. I hope you found that useful, DigiFans. As always,
I want you to share your work with me, so do it. Use the hashtag DigiDom or find me on the socials, Dom_Traynor. As always, if you want to get these videos as soon as they come out, you have to subscribe. So subscribe, get on with it. And there's nothing else to say apart from I'll see you in the next video.